Yo, what up, guys? We cannot hold us back. We were here on Robert Space Industries pledge store because we were looking out for the 300i because the 300i is a beautiful ship. And then we were seeing that this L-21 Wolf is out there, the latest, newest shit from Star Citizen. And we want to have a look inside pretty quick. L-21 Wolf is the name, and this is the ship, how it looks like. Let's see if we can expand this gallery a little bit. Yeah, so this is from the front. We can say, yeah, it looks aerodynamic, whatever that means. It looks sexy with that silver stuff here. We really like that. That metallic look. It is looks like a sports ship something, and there is a fin. This is really interesting. A fin. This is something what you would need to have in water to stabilize. And when a ship has a fin, that means this ship would be without that fin absolutely not controllable. Next picture. It is a little bit slow today. Yeah, this ship is so fast the photographer isn't able to capture proper picture of this ship. Okay, looks like something out of Star Wars. Have no idea about Star Wars, never watched any Star Wars, but it feels like Star Warsy. And this is from above. What do we see here? This looks kinda Gatling guns, 2 times. Size 3 probably, size 4, no idea. And there's some sort of, not an octopus, but some sort of like with this stingy head, somewhat. I mean, either you like it or you don't like it, yeah. It's presented as something really fast, so fast that you have motion blur here, or maybe our eyes are just not good enough anymore. And this is the last picture. Yeah, Gatling guns, 2 times. These are the pictures. Okay. It's a 1-seater. Maximum crew. Flight ready today. Haven't seen it yesterday. A unique vintage look, unlike any other spacecraft in the verse. True that. A combat ship. A combat ship. It's supposed to be a combat ship. You do combat in this ship. Quality and agility in a timeless design that encompasses Kruger Intergalactic's core tenet. Perfection in every piece. A unique vintage look, okay. Retractable S4 ballistic Gatling gun, so you can hide them inside the ship. Size 4, it's impressive for that small ship, definitely, because the 300i, for example, is also a small ship, but only has at least 1 S4 gun and 2 S3. And this has 2 S4, none other than that. We haven't seen pictures with missiles over here. What does the tech spec say? It is 21 meters long, 240 meters per second in slow citizen mode. Weapons 2 times S4. Missiles, okay, 8 times S1. This is kind of impressive, 8, but S1. Size 1s, you will fire all 8 to take down a medium combat ship. What other specs do we have? Yeah, this website today is really, really bad. So what does it says? It is 37.5 ton. Okay. Avionics, probably not really interesting. All ones, size ones, 1 fuel tank. Yeah, it is a small ship. It has everything what it needs to be a small ship. For some people, the amount of thrusters are relevant because that gives indication of agility, maneuverability, and stable flight pattern. Power plant, okay, 2 coolers, 2 shields. And the weaponry, 2 times S4, Gatling guns. Yeah, this is the information that we get from here. And we are asking, what does that chip give you? Unless a hole in your pocket. You can pledge, you do not buy. You can pledge this ship for 97 IRL money with the Rift Walker paint, whatever that is. Or you can spend the same amount of money. What's the difference? You only get 1 paint. And then the standalone, without anything else, the standalone 6 months instead of lifetime. So what does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. It is a war bond. It is a special edition. You only spend less than 100 IRL if you pledge now. This typical CIG, proper space industries, money grabbing tactics. And if you upgrade, you can upgrade, of course, depending on what chip, from what chip you want to upgrade. And then we got here the paint, the Rift Walker. Can we see that in bigger? Yeah, bluish, blackish. Is it our eyes, or is this picture not sharp? The Rosso paint, yeah, this looks retro to us, kinda. Like this old Ferrari, Corvette style. Then Sylvan, nice writing. This is the second time in our life that we see Sylvan written like this. Kinda army, military. And this one, yeah. So the ugliest, the red one, is for 5 and every other is for 7.5. I got to be honest, this looks the best to us. I mean, it loses the retro as soon as you put another paint than the default. And let's have a look, what is the second paint you got? I think it's the Rift Walker. The standard silver, yeah, standard silver plus the Rift Walker. And if we would choose this one, we would, only with this war bond, we would get this ship plus a second paint for less than 100 IRL. And we are wondering, what is the use of this ship? Do we have 2 less combat ships in small sizes? Or do we have too many small combat ships that are so old, like the Gladius, for example, that are so old that we need to refresh the ship pool in order to make money, or make the game better, or make the game more complete? Or we do not see the purpose of this ship beside publish a new virtual spaceship that looks cool. Yeah, it does look cool, but other than that, it does nothing. It adds nothing to the whole thing of Star Citizen. Thanks for watching. See you next time.